Hey folks, walk with me. I've mentioned this book before, but there's a book called Luca that's spelled Lykke by the writer Mike Viking. And he is the CEO of the Happiness Institute, I think it's called, in Copenhagen, Denmark. And so he studies happiness for a living in the land of the world's happiest people. And in his book, he has an idea that I'm interested in trying to sort of have a pilot program for in the US. And so I will try to not bury the lead here, and I will say, if you listen to this video and this idea sounds interesting to you and you have a way to co-champion it with me, like to coordinate with me to try to make this happen in your community or in a community that we decide on, I would be really interested in that. One of the key roles that I can play in this is I am the founder and chairman of a 501c3 organization, and so we could utilize the nonprofit and all of the capabilities that come with that to get this up and running. I think it would be a very valuable project for the nonprofit to undertake in 2025 or even 2026. So, in the book, his idea is that when they go to school, every kindergartner should be given an apple tree. Now, this doesn't have to be an apple tree if apples don't grow wherever you want to do this. It can be some other kind of tree. I suppose it doesn't have to be a tree at all, that it could be some sort of plant. But I think it is valuable in having it be a plant. And I think his idea in the book is that the kindergartner adopts and then takes care of the apple tree for 1 year. And then when the new kindergarten class comes in the following year, so they're starting first grade, new kids are starting kindergarten, they gift theirs, they sort of like pass they like give custody of the tree to an incoming kindergartner, and they say goodbye to the tree, and it's now that kindergartner's job to take care of it. I'm not opposed to doing it exactly like that. I think it could be even cooler to do it where you, so like for instance, the town that I'm in, their elementary school goes kindergarten through 4th grade. So what I think would be cool is in kindergarten, or maybe even 1st grade, is when they are gifted the tree, or when they take over custody of the tree, but that they keep that tree through their time at that school. And so that would be their tree to care for, to take care of, maybe someday to eat the apples off of. But that's theirs for, their period of time at the school. And then when they are sort of entering the final grade, right? So they're entering 4th grade, they gift it to an incoming kindergartner or an incoming 1st grader. Someone who I spoke to happened to think that it may be better to have the 1st graders do it as opposed to a kindergartner, but I don't know. There's some flexibility in this, but you get the general concept, right? It gives the kids something like an added bonus, if you will, of activity in school, and an added attachment, like meaningful attachment to their time spent there, and exposure to something outside of the classroom that is pretty valuable, and then gives them an understanding and an experience of the joy of passing along something that you've cared for and taken care of for years onto someone else and entrusting them with that, right? Much like you need to trust your neighbors in your community. And gives them the experience of having to deal with the emotions of departing from that thing, and entrusting it to someone else. And I think, you know, structurally speaking, on the backbones of having to lean into those things, I think that there's, you know, a lot of potential value in that. And so that would be the main goal. These ins and outs of exactly when it starts and stops and is gifted and is received is, you know, sort of practical questions. But I think that the value is sustained regardless of exactly how it gets set up. But if anyone is interested in trying to pursue this together, as long as you're in the US, I think we could coordinate. I don't care. I'm in the New England area. I don't care if you are also. You don't have to be. We could make it work, even if you're on the West Coast or in the South or whatever. And you can find my email in the About section, or you could just leave a comment and I could, you know, coordinate with you that way. And we'll go from there. But hopefully we can make this happen. I think it's an interesting idea, but I don't want to try to tackle it myself. So, quick video this week. Like I had mentioned before, it's Thanksgiving week here in the US, and everyone is busy doing other things. And so I'm putting out shorter videos. So 6 or 7 minutes if you walked with me. We got a little bit in today, and if you didn't, I still appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.